Well, we've got finally, about a month later, we've got a reply from the Electoral Commission of New South Wales. It's not from Mr. Beer, and I wonder if Mr. Beerin is no longer with us. I hope he didn't leave on my account, or if he's just on Christmas holidays. The reply is from Colin Barry, Electoral Commissioner. Now, dear, New South Wales Electoral Commission Geo-locator System. I refer to previous correspondence regarding the above. I note in your letter dated 10th of November 2011, no, that was 2010 actually, 2010, you have expressed concern that there may have been a breach of privacy by the New South Wales Electoral Commission in accessing websites with which you have associations. You have also requested an assurance that the New South Wales EC Electoral Commission, in doing so, has operated within its legislative remit. From the attachment to your letter, it appears that the access concerned was initiated via Google Internet searches using your name. It also appears this access was for a period of 8 minutes and 42 seconds. Well, it's obvious to me, at least, that had I had even more web pages up, they may well have spent longer at my web page. Who knows? They might have spent an hour there if I'd had hundreds of pages up. I am advised that the New South Wales Electoral Commission has not breached any privacy laws. He's been advised. Well, at least he took some counsel, didn't he? Has not been breached. I am advised that the New South Wales Electoral Commission has not breached any privacy laws by accessing the websites concerned. This is because personal information contained in a publicly available publication is not information subject to privacy handling principles in the Privacy and Personal Information Protection Act 1998. Well, that's interesting. It's good to know this, isn't it? So my web pages are considered public information. Examples of publicly available information include newspapers, white or yellow pages, directories, books, magazines in general circulation, and information on the internet. So if I put a picture of my bare butt up on the internet, they would have had a perfect right to look at that. I can also assure you that the New South Wales Electoral Commission is committed to achieving high standards of public high standards of public administration, and has in place a code of conduct to guide its employees in, among other things, the economic, efficient and appropriate use and management of public resources by ensuring such use is for work-related purposes. So a bare butt isn't for work-related purposes. Having carefully considered this matter, I am satisfied that there has been no breach of the code. Nevertheless, I acknowledge that this matter has caused you distress, and will ensure that the issues raised will be considered in the New South Wales Electoral Commission's periodic reviews of its policies and codes, with a view to the continued improvement of our services. Yours sincerely, Colin Barry, Electoral Commissioner. Well, that's all very interesting. He's satisfied that there has been no breach of the code. I suppose I could write to the Ombudsman and argue that it was excessive, but they'll probably argue that it was all public information. That's interesting because a couple of years back there was a little bit of a scandal at New South Wales Parliament House where office staff were accessing the internet. Indeed, one woman was slapped on the wrist because she'd been looking at leather lingerie for hours and hours, day after day. That was interesting. So she, that's what she had to do at Parliament House. Yes. A few notes I made. Had I more web pages, they'd probably have stayed longer. Well, we can't know for sure, but they probably would. I mean, they were looking at stuff that, as far as I'm concerned, could be considered, not exactly relevant to the Electoral Commission of New South Wales. I mean, they only have to establish my identity, not look at my boyfriend's physics pages or gay Buddhist pages, whatever. That's another interesting thing. The Australian Defence Force has visited me in recent weeks, and although they're a federal, not a state department, I wondered if it was all coincidence or if I was being checked out for security reasons. It's now a two-way street, yes, spy versus spy. government workers can now be more held accountable. I've written a note. Yes, well, in future, it's just like WikiLeaks. Government departments are going to be held more accountable because we can watch what they're doing as well. It used to be Big Brother watching us. Now we can watch Big Brother, apparently. So that's possibly an improvement. That's why WikiLeaks is such a good thing. Hmm. Should I bother to go to the ombudsman or I could argue it out further. Anyway, at least I've had my piece, and I've shown them the New South. Yes, I've shown them that they're being watched too. They may when they have their periodic reviews of their policies and codes with a view to the continued improvement of their services, they may consider that they're being monitored. They may consider that if they look at someone's bare butt, they may be well, at least brought to, is it brought to book? Is that the word? There, yes, on YouTube. Someone might show them up on YouTube what they've been up to. So they spent how much was it? 8 minutes and 42 seconds. That just looking at my web pages to establish my identity. That's that's interesting. See ya.